You are listening to the Atlanta Real Estate Forum radio show, all about real estate edition, shining a light on the movers and shakers in the real estate industry, the home builders, developers, realtors, and suppliers making it all happen. And now, here are today's hosts.
Good morning and welcome back to the All About Real Estate edition. I am your host, Todd Schneck, joined by my friend and colleague, Carol Morick. And before we kick things off, we do want to thank New American Funding for being our 2021 show sponsor, now our 10th year on the air. It has been wonderful having them as our friend and partner. All right, Carol, neat project, neat guy. This is going to be a really fun conversation. My kind of living.
It has absolutely is your kind of living. Well, it's fun to be talking about condos again because, since the, Great Recession, we haven't had that many come out of the ground in Atlanta. And This one is very exciting and very upscale. So we are fortunate to be joined in studio today by Chris Wegener. He is a sales executive with Graydon Buckhead. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Good morning. Take a few minutes for our listeners and just give them a little bit of an overview of who you are and your background.
Absolutely. So I am a native Atlantan, grew up on the banks of the Chattahoochee. I have lived in Buckhead the last 25 years and actually live about a mile from the Graydon site. Like many of us in residential real estate, we got our start somewhere else, and that includes a story from me. My history is in internet retailing and background, and made the transition to real estate some time ago and absolutely love it. And it's great to be working alongside my colleagues, Heather Pitts and Beno Ansley, on this Graydon project.
Yeah, well, we're going to spend a lot of time talking about the Graydon, so looking forward to that. Before we do that, however, do a quick shout out and walk us through some of the, the organizations that are backing this great project.
Yeah, absolutely. So our project is being led by a developer in South Florida named Coulter. Coulter is known for luxury, and they have many different divisions that cover single family, condo, hotel, and hospitality. And the condo arm is actually titled Coulter Urban. And that is our client who we are working on behalf of to market and sell the Graydon. They are known for notable projects like the Hyde Park House, which is being built in Tampa right now, the Ritz-Carlton residences in Sarasota. And then we also are connected with Ansley Developer Services, which is a development arm of Ansley Real Estate here, of course, in Atlanta, which helps clients like Coulter Urban do research analysis, development, marketing, sales. We specialize in high-rise, mixed-use, golf course communities, and have projects going on now, like 788 West Midtown, the Ford Field and River Club in Savannah, and of course, the Graydon.
Super exciting. So for our listeners who may not have heard of Graydon Buckhead yet, give us an overview of the project.
Yeah, you bet. So we're at 2520 Peachtree Road in the heart of Buckhead. The Graydon is unlike any high-rise we've seen really at any time. It's special in a lot of different ways. It is a super small, private project, only having 45 residences. And the way that we're situated on the property with the land that we have, it allows us to do some really neat things with our amenities and club level on the third floor. And then we capture the wonderful views of Peachtree Heights, which is right behind the project, which is a beautiful tree canopy.
Oh, that sounds gorgeous. Well, I alluded to it a minute ago, Chris. I live on the 58th floor, so I'm all into the high-rise living thing. 10 years that we've done this show, we haven't talked about too many projects like this. Certainly not many high-rises, and so I'm excited to dive into this. So, what makes this particular project unique? And talk about is there a yearning in the marketplace for more living like this?
Absolutely. And I too have lived in a high rise and would move back in a heartbeat. It's a little more challenging with children. You need more space, obviously. But what we're seeing, those that have already purchased are actually trading the property that they have, which might be very close to ours, And they're downsizing not in luxury or space, but they're downsizing in upkeep. And they want an Atlanta address, and they want the security and privacy that the Graydon offers. Some things that make us really special. I mentioned that it's super private and that we only have 45 residents over 22 floors. From the 4th to 15th floor, there are only 3 residents per floor.
Wow.
And as you climb from 16 to 20, we only have 2 residents per floor. And then the 21st and 22nd floor are both penthouses and will be occupied by a single owner. And so for those reasons, we have this resort style feel. You notice it immediately when you enter our lobby and head out to the amenities deck. And because of the space and land that we have at this site, it allows for that feel that Coulter is bringing us from South Florida, where they have their roots. And it's the first time Atlanta's really seen that. Some of our neighboring fellow high-rise properties have also wonderful feels, but it doesn't have that resort-style feel that we have. We don't share any space with office or hotel. So again, it keeps it really exclusive and has a very intimate feel.
Sounds great.
Sounds like a really unique project. And, you think about it, who wants to worry about the upkeep of that house or the upkeep of the lawn or the whatever it is when, if you're, older and you're in that area already and you just, as you said, you kind of you've raised the kids are out of college, it's your turn and you just want to enjoy life and not worry about all that hassle. What a great opportunity. And, I think part of the opportunity is just all the fantastic amenities, which I know we're going to talk about later. But tell us a little bit more about the building and the construction and when is it supposed to be finished and when can homeowners start moving in?
That's great. So the building, as I mentioned, is 22 stories tall. We are positioned in such a way on Peachtree that allows folks, even on the 4th floor, to have a view of Buckhead and of downtown. We do have a neighbor to our south, but what we've done is placed it close enough to Peachtree to where we can appreciate those views on both sides. And then the owner suites are on the rear of the building, which is the quietest side of the building, which faces that canopy. We are actually ahead of the initial schedule. We are expected to deliver in February. And at the current time, we are 40% committed. And it's going really well. And to your point, folks are looking for this type of product. And the Coulter's done a great job understanding what Atlanta could use and worked with Ansley Developer Services to really put it all together and understand what that luxury looks like with their Florida influence.
40% committed as of this recording. That's impressive. Congratulations on that. So what we do a lot on this show is talk about the floor plans. So tell us about these individual residences. What makes them unique?
Yeah, you bet. So we have 3 different floor plans plus our penthouse. Our initial plan is called the Moore. It is a western-facing, approximately 2,200 interior square foot residence with 580 of terrace. That's a giant terrace looking to the west. This plan, as well as all of our residences, have a cast stone Francois fireplace on the balcony or the terrace space, which is really special for Buckhead and getting the permit to do that. Then we moved to our Wesley plan. The Wesley plan is a larger unit, and it actually encompasses 3 sides of the building. We step up to about 2,600 interior square feet. You're still gaining generous terrace space, but over 3 separate terraces. So one will face Peachtree, one will face either to the south or the north, depending on which side you're on. And then all of those units have a western-facing terrace off of the owner suite. And then as you climb up further in the building to our high tower plan, those are 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, plus a den and a formal living space. Those are approaching 3,600 square feet with, again, generous terrace space, which encompasses 3 sides of the building. We only have 2 high tower plans remaining. We are sold out on both sides, which is great. Those start on 16 and climb up to the 20th floor. And then the 21st floor is committed. We had a resident purchase pre-construction the entire floor and combine them into a junior penthouse. And then the penthouse on 22 is currently available, 5,700 square feet interior with almost 3,000 of terrace space. You can see all of Atlanta from the top.
Are you ready to own a home, but don't know where to start? Speak to a local expert at New American Funding. Get pre-qualified and start looking for your dream home. They make home buying easy and convenient with a variety of home loan options. New American Funding is devoted to helping families finance their home because they want everyone to achieve the American dream, home ownership. New American Funding's technology is what sets them apart. Whether connecting with your home loan professional in person, online, or through the app, they are there to answer any questions. Call today to get pre-qualified. For more information, call 678-898-3540. That's 678-898-3540.
What an opportunity. So there's still that one penthouse opportunity and then lots of other opportunities, but with only 45, I think you said, they better act fast if they want one of these.
That's right.
Well, let's talk about amenities. And, some of our listeners might not have connected the dots. So I'll connect the dots a little bit. So Coulter Urban is related to Coulter, who develops Crestwind. So for anyone who's familiar with the Crestwind brand that Coulter develops, and they know that Coulter is great at amenities and does a fantastic job at those communities. So I'm excited to find out what amenities and services are available at the Graydon.
Absolutely. So the first thing that you'll notice when you enter our valet lobby is this real sense of arrival. When you come off of Peachtree, the valet team will greet you and take your car, or you can choose to self-park in your designated spots. But once you enter, the concierge team will be there to greet you, help you with anything that you need. We want this to be full service, and it will be for our residents who may not live here full time and may need things beyond the normal scope, and the concierge team is there to do that. On this third floor, as I mentioned, is our amenities level, including the pool deck. And when you approach the pool deck, you'll notice another beautiful Francois cast stone fireplace, our club room, which will be off to your left. And then as you work out onto the pool deck, we have a full-length pool. We have, I think, space for 65 loungers that are either floating or stationary. So you feel like you're on vacation already. In the same area, we have a yoga lawn. We have an event space towards the rear of the property. We have cabanas. We have a fire pit. And then as you progress further back to the Rivers Road section, which is where we border, we have a fenced-in dog park. And then we have another park, and we're not sure if that's going to become more golf-oriented or if it's going to just be a beautiful green space where you can relax. And then as you come back around to the side where our yoga space is, we have our fitness center. We have a news cafe. So if you don't want to start your morning in the club room, you can start in the news cafe, read papers, drink your coffee, get your day started. And then on this level as well, we have 2 furnished guest suites. So if you have guests in from out of town and you don't have room for them, you can simply put them up on this level as well. We're also adding a sauna and a spa. So if you wanted to have someone come over to the property and do a private for you, we've got that as well.
Goodness. I'll take 2. It sounds amazing. And let me vouch for the beauty of having a nice concierge team. They have quickly become the most important people in my life. So it is wonderful having that, and just listening to you run through all the amenities. I think we would be remiss to mention what I think that property, that building, these amenities would be great in any part of Atlanta, but its actual location is got to be a real magic. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are in the heart of it all, right there on that stretch of Peachtree Road. We just touched the Peachtree Battle area. We're accessible to the Beltline, easy shopping. The canopy views, I don't know if I've stressed enough, on the western elevation are just spectacular. Right now it's all green, but as we creep into September and October, it's going to be really amazing to see that canopy turn and change color. Another thing that we have is we're super close to worship places of worship, so folks could walk to their respective place of worship. It's really great where it is. We, as I mentioned, we don't compete with businesses or any retail in our building, so it really just evokes that resort style feel where it's placed.
That's so nice. How exciting is that to be in the heart of it all in Buckhead and walkable to everyone in this fantastic building with all these great amenities and a concierge, and wow, lots to be excited about. What else? If you've already shared so much, but what else are you excited about for the rest of this year?
So I think anyone that's either in real estate or has transacted recently or has picked up paper will notice that real estate is extremely busy. And there's two things driving that across the board, is that we have such low inventory right now, coupled with low interest rates. So we have too many buyers and not enough properties. At the same time, those folks that are selling those properties, and some of our purchasers are downsizing, from that big home to the Graydon, which makes us really attractive and which has made our pre-sale so strong. When we launched about 15 months ago and put shovel to ground, we were just entering COVID. It was a very difficult time to be selling really anything. But as we've worked our way out of COVID, the Graydon sales have really soared. And of course, our resale business is also just extremely busy right now. So we expect more of that this year. We don't expect any changes. We hope that there'll be more inventory on the resale side, but we're really focused on Graydon right now and continuing to fill that building so that come February, we hope to be sold out. We'll see what happens, but we've got some great folks looking at it, and we're going to continue that path.
That's going to be a wonderful place to be, no doubt about that. Chris, we're about out of time. Before we let you go, should anyone need to connect with you and learn more about remaining opportunities at the Graydon, where do they go?
Great. So there's two places you can go. thegraydon.com. That's TheGraydon.com, and you can register your interest on the site. Or if you wanted to connect with me directly, my email is chris@thegraydon.com. And we would love to invite you to our sales gallery, which is at under our offices here at Ansley at Buckhead, Atlanta, which is right in the heart of Buckhead. And we can show you the architecturals, the finishes, and anything you need to make an informed decision. All
right. Chris Wagoner, a sales executive with Graydon Buckhead. Chris, sounds great. Good luck with the continued sales. And I suspect you're going to wrap this thing ahead of schedule. It's going to be a great place to be. And thanks again for stopping by and joining us this morning.
I've enjoyed being with you. Thank you.
All right. Well, that wraps this week's All About Real Estate edition. On behalf of our show sponsor, New American Funding, my co-host, Carol Morgan, I am Todd Schneck. That's all the time that we have for today. Thank you for tuning in and listening, and we'll look forward to seeing you again right here tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Atlanta Real Estate Forum Radio is made possible by Denim Marketing, the publisher of Atlanta Real Estate Forum, Atlanta's favorite source for real estate and home building news. Denim Marketing is a comfortable fit, like your favorite pair of jeans. Denim Marketing tailors marketing strategies to meet your specific needs and niche. Try them on for size. They will work to create a perfect fit for your company's marketing program. Call them at 770-383-3360 or send an email to info@denimmarketing.com. For more information on Atlanta Real Estate Forum Radio or to inquire about being a guest, contact info@atlantarealestateforum.com. Check out the radio show by visiting atlantarealestateforum.com or by listening to the show on your favorite podcast app. And if you enjoyed today's broadcast, we'd sure appreciate a rating and review on iTunes. Thank you again for listening, and we'll see you next time on Atlanta Real Estate Forum Radio.